Hey, I want to thank everybody for listening in on this updated, our current video. Stuart and I had an idea about a year and a half ago to conduct a mastermind retreat for proactive travel professionals. And we got together and we had a lot of videos explaining what it was. And then we had to cancel last year's March meeting because of COVID-19. We rescheduled for August. We had to cancel that. And finally, we've rescheduled for the second or third time. Now it's going to be at the Moon Palace Grand. And a lot of people have been emailing me saying, Mike, what's it all about? And I thought it best to have an updated, quick, short, concise video explaining to you exactly what it is we're up to. Now, this is, I don't think there's anything like this in the industry yet. We'll see. You decide. But we're bringing in 25 to 30 proactive owners who have or managers or even travel agents, Stuart, who have experience, who are willing to share their experience as well as learn from others in a mastermind arena. Now, it's not a data dump from two gurus of gurus. I don't even know what a guru is, but Stuart and I will be there to contribute when it's time for us to contribute based on our experience. But the majority of the meeting is going to be based on the participants and the openness and the willingness to learn and share. And I'll use the word coach, not critique, but coach for a specific reason, and that is to build and continue to build a thriving, profitable, travel-related business as the years unfold in the future. Now, we've all been whacked in the head. We've all taken the back seat. We're all fed up with not being active as we usually are. But the time has come for us to put together a plan to move forward. And we believe, we think, we hope, we pray by March, things are going to open up. And we changed our venue from Jamaica for one reason and one reason only, because we thought, we believe that it's easier access into Cancun than it would be into Jamaica based on the information we have. So that's what made our decision. Now, one other thing before I turn things over to Stuart. Number one, we are so excited that about 80% of the agents who registered for Jamaica have rolled over to Cancun. So we have the vast majority of our group intact, with the exception of about 10 vacancies. So we do have about 10 vacancies out of the 30, and we hope that you will be one of the people who will join us. Now, it's the Moon Palace Grand, which is not to be confused with that huge Moon Palace resort that Stuart knows better than I do. The Grand is an upscale, Stuart, relatively new property?
Yes.
Relatively new, but upscale. And I think our meeting facilities are going to be superb. And I want Stuart to take over from here on to tell you exactly what is included in this five days, right? 5 days, but 3 full days, uninterrupted days of us brainstorming, sharing, learning, laughing, being together, relationship building. I think this is going to be an exceptional piece of your upcoming year in 2021. So with that, I'm excited. I could talk all afternoon, but Stuart, why don't you fill in the folks on what they can expect on the first MORE meeting, the MORE Mastermind Owners Retreat for Entrepreneurs, coming in March. Take it over, Stuart.
All right, Mike, thank you. As you can see, there's 2 separate dates there. You're probably thinking, well, which is which? Well, they're both which, meaning we're doing 2 mastermind groups. That's why Mike said up to 30 people. It'll be no more than 15 per mastermind. So right off the bat, when Mike and I go down to Cancun, we're staying down to host 2 back-to-back groups, just so you know. So you actually have 2 choices of dates.
So we're limiting that because we want the interaction, we want the coziness, if you will. We don't want a big 50 people in a room. We want the communication between the participants to be open and sharing. So we limited it on purpose to 15.
Yeah, very important. We really need it to be a very intimate environment. And by definition, that's what makes a mastermind work more successfully. So we're going to cover the who, the what, the where, the when, what's included, how much, and next steps. So obviously it is produced by The two guys you're seeing here, me and Mike, it's something that we've been talking about for many, many years, and we're going to make it happen. March 2021 is it. And again, this is for owners and or operators and top management. Now, if you're an advisor, a seasoned advisor, and you do have marketing responsibilities, business sourcing responsibilities, perhaps you're a manager, we would consider that too. We just want you to understand who you're going to be in a company with so that our dialogue, that we're all in sync.
And Stuart, I think we would make an exception if somebody is new to the industry but has business experience, a number of years of business experience, that I think that would be a true asset to bring information in from another industry, and also that person could gain new industry, travel-related industry out. So seasoned professionals, we would take an exception to that.
Yeah, and that's a great point, Mike. You know, in all of our travels, when we work at these conferences, conventions, and retreats, we meet so many professionals, and it's certainly inspiring and energizing when we meet an outsider, if you will, new in our industry, but a highly seasoned marketeer or salesperson. They bring great perspectives, great ideas. So yes, I'm glad you mentioned that. So our event is sort of a morph of a mastermind and a retreat, because we are going away. And we're going to be spending 3 full days together, plus the night before, the welcome reception, which we'll go through in a second. And the time we spend together is high quality, and you will have breakout time too to talk amongst yourselves as you find other like-minded advisors. Again, it's for a community of business owners seeking solutions and ideas to build a more highly valuable business. That is our mission statement in one sentence. And basically, our job, as Mike said, is to provide facilitation and training. Look, if you give us the mic, we could probably talk all day. We won't. We'll be there, facilitate. We do have some surprises in store, right, Mike? We are going to teach. We are going to have certain modules that we feel need to be heard, can definitely help and inspire conversations. But basically, it's going to be run like a traditional mastermind. The Granite Moon Palace is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you've ever been. I've been many, many times, actually. And I think the facility is great. The food facilities are fantastic. And I know that the protocols that Palace Resorts have set up for us, so we're in a comfortable, safe environment, will be bang on, will be perfect. So I'm very excited to be partnering with the Grand. And by the way, if you've never been there before, we will make sure that there's a tour. If you're there, you might as well see it, take some pictures, and post it on your social sites so you can show off to the world where you are and how and why you're there learning in this kind of an environment. So again, these are the dates. As you can see, we have built in 3 full days of meeting time. So you would arrive the day prior and leave the day after. When Mike and I were having these big discussions in some focus groups with advisors like yourself, they said, you know, 2 days, you're just getting going. Give us the third. So that's why it's 5 days, 4 nights, 3 days of meetings. And again, you can come on that day 1, March 2 or March 6, come down anytime, hang out. We'll be there. Meet some of the your fellow mastermind members. Sit by the pool, and we will have a welcome reception. So what's included? It's a seat, of course, in the 3-day mastermind retreat. This is a customized.
And I might say, Stuart, and a voice, a seat and a voice in a 3-day meeting, because we want them to open up and share with us.
You know, you bring up a good point. Friends, I want to remind you, let me illustrate who we're looking for concisely. We want, and right, we already have signed up. Again, we're 80% sold out, if you will. We want the front row people who've got the hands up. You can't be shy. We want you to be open, honest, sharing, and receiving. We want front row people at this. That's what's going to make it a big success. The agenda is going to be customized and comprehensive, and towards the end, we're going to show you a QR code to go to the website and we're going to, this is loaded up there for you, a one-page brief overview, because each day is themed. Each day has a specific theme to it, and understand we're going to regroup with everybody, and we're going to make sure we're going to be focused on the topics you want to discuss. Remember, this is a group effort. We're not just there teaching. We're doing this together, and we're going to make sure the agenda is spot on. We will have ready for you a customized printed booklet and a handout for note taking. There'll be plenty of bonus documents and videos that you get to take home and keep. There is already a private Facebook group. We'll welcome you in right away so you continue engaging, continue the conversation with your colleagues. Of course, we'll have a pre-retreat, at least one meeting to set everything up, a post-retreat meeting to review everything. And I think this is one of the biggest things of all, Mike, is that we don't want you to show up, go home and say, see ya, have a nice day, good luck. All right, the coaching continues. So every month thereafter through the rest of the year, that's 9 more times, we're going to have a virtual meeting to hold you accountable, to share your stories. We want to hear your successes, hear your failures, and be your ultimate cheerleader. So,
and these will be recorded in the event that make the specific date that we're going to meet, but we're going to meet 9 times. And the Stuart hit the nail right on the head when he said, we're going to make sure that you're responsible. We're going to be looking over your shoulder without making your life too uncomfortable. But we're not just going to hit and run. Thanks for coming. You went to Cancun. Have a great life. Bye-bye. We're going to hang with you for the next 9 months.
Yep. And again, well, I hadn't said this yet. The accommodations at the Grand are included. Okay, your accommodations, single accommodations, you'll have your own room at the Grand included, and airport transfers. Basically, the only thing we're not including is your airline ticket. You're on your own. But as soon as you land in Cancun, we made arrangements with Palace Resorts to come pick you up, bring you over, and your room will be ready for you.
Stuart, the thing like you didn't mention that the small print, we are not covering their alcoholic consumption. Oh, I guess we are. Yeah, we could throw that into.
Yeah, because it's all inclusive. Yeah.
Everything.
By the way, it's good you pointed it out. Yes, the Grand at Moon Palace is all inclusive. It's a really magnificent resort. Most year-long masterminds start at 3,000 or more. I mean, when Mike and I did our research, you could pay 10, you could pay 20, you could pay 30. We wanted to make this as accessible as possible. And remember, the $1,500 includes the 4 nights, 5 days, and transfers, and the mastermind, and the coaching sessions thereafter. So this is the QR code. Go ahead and scan that on your phone. And you'll find that the next step is waiting for you on that website. There's a replay of this video. There's a questionnaire. Please print out that PDF, the questionnaire. We want to learn about you. We don't want to take your money if we don't think you're going to be a great fit. We'll love you, but if we don't think we can deliver for you, we're going to tell you, sorry, we don't think this is for you. However, when we read your answers and understand who you are, what your goals are, and if we feel that you'll be a great fit, we will roll out the red carpet for you and welcome you in. You'll also find that 1-page agenda review there waiting as well. Mike, any thoughts to wrap up?
We're not trying to be snobs. We just want to make sure that everybody contributes to the group as they come there, because our goal is that when you leave, we want you to say, boy, I wish it was another 3 days. We want you just to be stoked and loaded up with information, ready to go back and finish up the year 2021 like gangbusters. So we're not being snobs. We just want to make sure. And I might add that the 20 people who are already in, every one of them has filled out a questionnaire. So any newcomers who are interested, we're not picking on you. We're just bringing you into the fold.
Yep. And part of the handout, the binder we're going to give you, by the way, everyone's bio. You're going to get to learn who else is in your mastermind. You know, that engagement with your colleagues we think is golden, and that's why these kinds of masterminds and this kind of a retreat we think is sort of unique in the industry. We think bottom line is it is, because Mike and I have never done it before. You get us, and we can't wait.
And I think from my experience of cruises I've taken, and there's a lot of members going to Cancun have been on my cruises. Well, to the person, they say that the greatest benefit of this is the relationships that we form with the other agents that stay far beyond the meeting. And we're trying to bring in 30 great people so you can go out and extend your network with 30 great peers that they can help each other build a better travel business. That's the whole idea.
Indeed. There is a sense of urgency too, because there's a limited number of seats per session, either March 2 or March 6th. And I suspect
only five more per session, Stuart.
Right, 5 more per session. We expect it's going to fill fast. If you have any specific questions that you want to discuss with us, there's our email addresses. Ping us on Facebook, give us a call. We're here for you. We want to talk to you and answer those questions. Aside from that, thanks for tuning in. We hope that you are intrigued. And if you feel this is for you, come on, bring it. Let's get together for Mastermind.
And Stuart, I think I want to just add that if you're interested, and we urge speed on this, a $300 deposit, Stuart, will hold the seat. Is that correct?
Yeah, $300 deposit, and final payment is due as we get closer. We'll try to make it as flexible as possible. Yes.
Beautiful. So with this, I think you ought to have a pretty good idea what we're trying to do. And we both look forward to working with a handful of you in Cancun in March.